My family jetted off on a pricey vacation and didn't even invite me. Instead, they dumped their kids on me like I was the unpaid nanny. So I slipped out at 5 a.m. without a word. By noon, they had Child Protective Services at my door, and that's when everything really blew up. They flew off on a lavish vacation, completely leaving me out, then dumped their kids on me like I was their personal, unpaid nanny. So I just left. But when my family found out I was gone, they didn't call me. They called Child Protective Services on me. That's when I knew, with gut-wrenching certainty, my life with them was about to shatter. My name's Alex, and I was 22, fresh out of college, beaming with a finance degree. For as long as I could remember, my dream was simple, almost cliche. Graduate, get a decent job, and finally move out. Seems pretty straightforward, right? But life, as it always does, had a cruel sense of humor. I got my diploma, and promptly found myself back home in our small Ohio town, living with my parents. Don't get me wrong, I love my mom, Sarah, and my dad, David. They're good people. They worked incredibly hard to give my sister, Chloe, and me a stable home. But going back home, that wasn't exactly the future I'd been chasing for 4 years. The plan was temporary. I'd stay a few months, find a job, save up for my own place. No rent, free food, a chance to get my bearings. It sounded sensible, logical, even if my pride took a bit of hit. At first, things actually went well. Within a week, I landed an analyst job at Western Group, a mid-sized financial planning firm. The pay wasn't huge, but it was steady, and the benefits were decent. That evening, I walked through the door feeling like I'd taken my first real step towards independence. Mom was in the kitchen, Dad was watching TV. I grabbed a plate, sat down, and spilled the news. I got the job. I start Monday. I practically beamed. I expected cheers. Oh, we're so proud of you. Instead, they exchanged that look. You know, the parent look that means something heavy is about to drop. Mom slowly put down her fork, a tight smile on her face. That's wonderful, Alex. We knew you'd find something quickly. Then Dad chimed in, his voice a little too serious. We've actually been meaning to talk to you about something. My stomach clenched. Oh no. Mom sighed, folding her hands on the table. My arthritis has been acting up. I've had to cut back my hours at the library, and your dad's hours at the auto shop have been reduced. They're even talking about more layoffs. I knew exactly where this was going, and we could really use some help with the bills, she confessed, almost apologetically, just until things stabilize. You wouldn't have to pay rent, of course, but the utilities and groceries, they've been harder to manage. I sat there, staring at my plate. While I planned to move back, I'd figured I'd contribute here and there for my own stuff, but this was more. Still, they were my parents. They'd always supported me. It wasn't a huge ask, right? Yeah, of course, I said, forcing a smile. It's the least I can do. Looking back, that was the exact moment I should have drawn a line, slammed the brakes, and said no. But guilt, man, it's a powerful motivator. Over the next 6 months, life settled into a grim rhythm. Wake up, work, come home, crash. Every month, a huge chunk of my paycheck went to them. Bills, groceries, whatever else popped up. On top of that, I became their go-to for tasks they didn't have time for. Errands for Mom when her arthritis flared. Fixing Dad's Excel sheets because he was not a computer person. It wasn't just about the money anymore.